just one thing after another around here, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's all right. See, there's nothing.
What do you reckon Mick's going to make next?
Mid's moved into the storeroom.
Well, fuck me.
Never thought I'd see the day Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Ah, my dear nephew.
How did you find this?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is, as are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed, which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalethaput.
I was.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that...
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for...
And how may I assist you today? Lord Byron Rosfield. I heard tell. Why? Your nemesis awaits, Clive. Then worm your way into the bow.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving.
You're not going in there
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for...
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid.
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle?
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving.
You can count on her.
All right, Uncle.
We shall.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
You let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Have at you!
Good girl.
Yeah!
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I wager. Not that they look very friendly.
So,
has finally made his move.
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any Imperial reprisals.
Come on.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Theon has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't ship, won't crack.
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the thousand Guilford.
Measly bunch of gazelle dreams.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Kupka's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
I need a drink.
Let me treat you.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace. I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble. The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace.
Sorry, but the master's not here at the moment. All orders have to go through him.
You couldn't melt butter in that furnace, did you? Stoked.
Right away.
My carpets have
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Kneaded to a silken softness. Treating a cloud with a crust.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Look, Father.
This
Hot
town
water.
is truly blessed.
Where are the
The
bearers?
bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any
Detail, the craftsmanship. You're looking at a
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not...
We have to get through.
Not by force.
By guile, then. Perhaps the desert.
Rosina but how will we find her?
And that she was working with Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. I'll wager this, Ruzi.
That would certainly help to...
And that's exactly what I...
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Anything I can interest you in? Thank you for your custom.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
I didn't get one. Bearer, aren't you? I was a...
Anything I can help you?
Allow me. My good man, we represent... We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very...
Well, we're best known for our baths.
Thank you. Oh,
No.
well...
What do you want?
I won't keep you long. A woman by the name of...
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find her finest. The owner's only a young sprig.
The Briar's Kiss you...
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, a long-standing pillar of your...
Then you should ask. He's been here for years. Knows the place. Try the baths.
Thank you. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dalamil?
And what business?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing.
I beg your pardon.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you'll like it.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. He wanted us to...
Though one could...
Lord Furder?
Look what the...
You're skilled with a fitting tap.
You know who I... So what now?
That isn't mine. Our work is take him to meet his precious...
To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Plates and pots!
Fresh bread, warm
Lightly
from
and
the
dark,
oven.
fresh from the grill.
It would make
The
her
finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. Ah, so much for Rosina Dalamil being a...
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. Oh, sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's...
See that he get... Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you. My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man... 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me.
You've heard?
I've heard rumor.
Damn thief. Pilfering the crystals of us common folk, and it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages.
Well, we're a stone's throw from the soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the ship. The men on the rock throw their money about.
Is that so?
A word of advice, traveller. You see pots like this around town, you leave them alone. Unlike where you come from, fresh water's in short supply around these parts. We store what little rainwater we get in these pots for, well, not a rainy day, but you know what I mean.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Juiciest meat from Greens. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier?
Ugh,
then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock.
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. No, just leave.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Pride of place.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Huh?
Will this suffice?
By the sands.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would...
All right, but not...
What are you doing? Care to explain what...
Bait, my boy. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I had no luck, of course. It's but my uncharacteristic. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal.
So the
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 5. A small price to pay. But enough about my little act.
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard, I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for else.
I'll wager you're...
We'll meet with them then, and put an end to the trouble.
Ha! That... It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Faster!
Ready, girl?
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. And being such good friends. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where.
Did you get all that?
So... My lord!
Double-crossing dogs! Kill them! Kill them both!
I'm just getting warmed up!
Well, how'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The back. Such a shame you didn't have more of an ord.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of...
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals. Well,
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men. Until you two... Well, we'd better get these crystals back. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second. Well, Clive, you held up. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already, and those left behind have been encouraged to...
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw...
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rot...
No, thank you.
Double the...
Here. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umialos Delan. Tuisa Kelith.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe...
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Even forged a button. Perhaps
I wouldn't put it...
Oh, sorry. I'm Saver, Master Luber, soon to be former. People are buying up... He wants me to make a carving knife. I don't suppose...
I'm afraid not.
Never mind.
I could give you a... I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been.
I'd be a...
So...
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
The way I see it, there's only what we need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of folk. There's the butcher. They're bound to have an opinion. All right. I'll talk to every...
All right.
Let's hope there's someone...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabric!
It was
needed to us.
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes...
You're a blacksmith.
Something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block.
So a knife that stays...
Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are...
That depends on the...
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned... I've no doubt that my... But I can't go in it. I'm bound to these baths in more ways...
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur will gut. These baths are all that keep me... My livelihood, my...
I'll be asking for you again, my sweet.
Then see that you stay a little longer next time.
made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Silver platters, sweet incense. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Anything I can interest you in?
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter, why?
I have a question.
Oh. Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with your knife snaps every time.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Anything I can interest you in? Fare you well.
Yes, they're quite sorted.
You wish to talk? I'm honored. You and I? What? Alas. Still, ours is a blessed... At least they... So... How very fit... Of course, there's simply no... Best of luck!
So, you learn anything useful?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cooks said were too heavy and...
So we're no better off. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know... No.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a stop.
Agreed.
Right. I've been... Trouble is, meaning someone is gonna...
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentice is no better than to help me with my test. A merchant. A favourite of Forge Master Lubor's. I bet she'd know it.
Is it true? What I'm hearing? The men of the rock.
Run like the wind. You deserve a rest.
Yes, I expect that's what they said.
Any luck? Or will you be needed?
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a they're just not that. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick, but adamantite ore is unique to ash.
And it's beyond...
Unique to Ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which...
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron, but he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out...
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you know that...
It's hardly my speciality, but
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive,
The limestone. Besides.
You'll have no trouble finding limestone over...
Then I suppose I'll meet you...
Right you are. So, do you...
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs.
Needed to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Plates and pots!
Sweet incense!
You're a friend of Lubor's, aren't you?
What do you want? Directions?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang.
Then allow me to... Drake's Fang is currently riddled. Selmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, they're still... But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of...
Not by choice.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the... I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is like... I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
What?
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. Hopefully this is what Southern needs.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
Let's go.
Yeah!
What the hell are those?
Straight home now. By the flames. That explains the heat.
All yours, Torgo! Torgo, kill!
cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
I saw with my own two eyes what you did to those devils down there. And I still hardly believe it.
This is no good. I was hoping.
You wish to talk? Farewell now.
I wasn't sure how much, but I hope this...
You are one of the... You and that merchant both. She's got quite... Now... A knife forged from the very...
It's a fine looking...
That sounds like my cue.
I'm sorry for...
Let's take a look. First things first, Sava, do you think that... What do... It's sharp-ish, and it's heavy. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook. It looks like someone... The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but...
And I was so...
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick. Next question. How much do you think I...
Well, if I...
And who... The butcher? The hunt? Dalamilla's home to humble traders, not wealth. Rule number 1 in any business.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is... just about par. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an...
I will. What would you... do?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough. For the cook, light. And for the nobleman...
There goes a master.
It looks like congratulations.
I couldn't have done it with so much for the forge. The spirit of Dalamil had meaning. I had...
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do... I'll craft you the fine... Thank you, Clive. I honestly don't think I could have done it without all your help.
My carpets have...
Take a sniff, good sir.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Plates and pots!
There he is. The man I was hoping would be... The baths grow more bearable by the moment.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this.
Not what I expected.
You tell her fine. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. But I burdened you with my worry. Right. It's high time I got...
Who's this blue lad?
What do you need? So, what'll it be?
bad, if I do say so myself.
Sid's going to find Cooker and finish the... The little ones have been up to their old tricks.
Let's go. Run like the wind. Quietly now. That'll do, girl. Caution. Come on. Straight home now.
This is no good.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Quietly now. straight home now.
Well, Clyde, looks like you're gonna need a big bigger sword.
All yours, Torgal! Torgal, kill!
It should have stayed in its shell.
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little.